This is the second part in a two-part series focusing on a speech recently given by Kentucky Senator Rand Paul at the CPAC convention. Senator Paul won the straw poll. He bested the next three candidates combined. Now, again, that is significant because Ronald Reagan won the CPAC straw poll in 76 and in 80, and he became president. George W. Bush won the straw poll in 2000. He became president. And others, such as Mitt Romney, won the straw poll and became the nominee. So CPAC has a history of getting the temperature right, of determining who might be the next Republican nominee for president and who might be the next president. And Ron Paul is certainly in that stream right now. All right. We're going to play clips in every segment from his speech, but I'm going to front load this for you. There's a passage in the Bible where it spoke of Christ, where it says, he speaks as one having authority, not as the scribes and Pharisees speak. And there is something in the human spirit that loves it when another human being stands up and says what they believe without equivocation, without fear, without watering it down. And so as you listen to the content of Rand Paul's speech, as we look at various segments of the speech, I want you to focus on what he said, but I also want you to focus on how he said it. One of the things that will separate Rand Paul, should he run for president, from other potential Republican candidates is the fact that he says the truth boldly. He speaks as one having authority. He does not equivocate. And that, my friend, is very inspirational to the human heart. Let's play that clip.
There's a great battle going on. Don't forget it. There is a great battle going on. It's for the heart and soul of America. The Fourth Amendment's equally as important as the Second Amendment, and conservatives cannot forget this. Justice cannot occur without a trial. This fact should be abundantly clear to any group that has ever been persecuted. You can be a minority by the color of your skin or the shade of your ideology. Anyone who's ever paddled upstream, anyone who's ever been a minority of thought or religion, anyone who's ever taught their children at home or sought to pray to God without permission should be alarmed that any government might presume to imprison without a trial.
What a wonderful word picture and political genius at the same time, thinking of people who were persecuted for their ideology, for their religion, if they are homeschoolers, if they want to pray. This evokes so many of the battles that we have been entrenched in for a generation, all right? Many of us have been on the front lines of these fights for the Ten Commandments being posted on public property, whether or not children should be allowed to pray in a government school, etc., etc. Those of us who have been harangued and harassed by statists because we want to educate our children at home. Let me go on a quick rabbit trail. Many of us have felt like those minorities that he spoke about. And what if all of those minorities, from the Tea Party to the pro-lifers, to those defending marriage, to those that want to homeschool, to those that want to disassemble the federal plantation, what if we got together and elected a president like Rand Paul or Ted Cruz or Rubio? What if? Now, please hear me, people, because we've been seduced for way too long. The establishment Republicans, like Karl Rove, will tell us that we need an electable candidate. We don't want an extremist like Rick Santorum. No, we want an electable candidate like Mitt Romney. Excuse me, Mitt Romney was not electable, or John McCain, or Bob Dole, precisely because they were mushy, precisely because they did not inspire people like Ronald Reagan did. For those of you who follow politics, remember your history. It was said of Ronald Reagan that he was unelectable. And he crushed Jimmy Carter, a sitting president, and then trounced the former VP, Walter Mondale. I think I would rather have an unelectable candidate like Ronald Reagan or Rand Paul and win the presidency based upon principle than have an electable candidate like John McCain or Mitt Romney and be sent into political exile. This is the voice of resistance.